Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and I will be hosting a general reading for you. Vibing off of the latest full moon that happened in Gemini for tropical followers and Taurus for sidereal followers. So, with that, let's get into this reading. We have the Chariot reversed. So, there is a lack of forward movement that you are feeling, unfortunately. It doesn't mean that everything is at a halt completely. It just means that right now it feels like it isn't moving. And that doesn't mean that it isn't moving. So, it could very well be moving. You're just not feeling it. I mean, the world keeps on turning. As sands through like sands through the hourglass, these are the days of our lives. Some slow ass soap opera vibes. Oof. We got the Knight of Cups though reversed. You might be involved with this individual who is emotionally not there for you. They're not there for themselves either, so don't take it personally. I would just start setting some solid boundaries. They could be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but they are quite the Gorgon when it comes to being wrong, like feeling like they're wrong. They will turn into a friggin' Gorgon and start turning folks into stone. It's just like they kill shit. Any cup reversed kind of likes to kill shit. So this person is not there for you emotionally, and that may be why you feel like there's no room for growth in this relationship that you're having with them. You're at a loss. So things are moving, just not maybe in the direction that you had intended. And you need to start, like, you already probably have started seeking guidance from your higher power, from spiritual mentors. This individual might be somebody that you have been in a marriage contract, or maybe you're even common law. So there might be some, like, state like matters. But, the whole message of like as above, so below. Think about what your dreams are. Like, what do you want for yourself? And what you think you're meant to do in this world, and who and how you're meant to share your life with. If what you dream of is not manifesting into reality, then this is not what is meant for you. And the things that are meant for us don't always play out as we 100% expect them to. But there is like kind of like a moment of satisfaction, I feel like we come to at some point, where you realize this was a good ride, this was a good run, and if this is not what you're feeling, then I suggest you exit stage left. But this could also mean that you are coming into a place where you're emotionally available. Um, like you're realizing that you need to be more emotionally available to yourself, and that you are in a spot where like your job is to help nurture the emotional well-being of others via sacred spiritual knowledge, by way of a commitment that you have to share and educate and create space that is sacred. Generosity and having, like, having the level of abundance to be able to share like in a philanthropic level is something that you've been very challenged with over like challenged with in the past. So maybe you want to give, but you just don't have enough. You want to be super generous, but you don't have enough. Or maybe there's been a period in your life that you're coming out of where you were like super cheap and selfish. Also, you could have just had like a really hard life, like really come out of sort of like a abject poverty type of situation or like upbringing. And you've come a long way. You have a lot of energy that you're about to come into in terms of health, wealth, and career focus. That's something that you're going to be looking at in the very near future. And you may be doing it with somebody, partnering up. Not necessarily romantically, that could be the case. But wanting to connect with that type of energy and sort of like hopping on the bandwagon for some type of cause that is a financial, what's the word? I don't know. Financial something. Project management. I don't know. I'm not in business. I don't have all the business lingo down. All right, so we got the Fool. You know that you're embarking on a new journey, Aquarius. A new journey that is very business centered. So maybe you are going to get in the know about all of the business terminology, which is, the way that we capitalize, right? We need to make money. Unfortunately, you can be critical of capitalism. As an individual, it's really difficult to take it down, to dismantle it yourself. But if you can figure out a way to move through it in a way that is as ethical as possible, like that's basically as good as it gets in a lot of ways at this time. So defending your ground. People see you as just kind of like holding shit together. You've been through a lot. You're a little bit tired. So you've sort of been left behind to kind of hold down the fort. That's basically the stage that you're at right now. You're holding down the fort and trying to maintain the status quo. So how can we do that and like heal, get ourselves better, do some like self-care activities, sometimes even like taking a vacay, staycay, like going exploring some new areas in your local city. Trying to get yourself through like the boring part of the seeds that you've planted, the skills that you've developed up until this point. It's just like sorry. Moving from the 7 to the 8, it like the 7 is kind of like the growth period where things are like sort of budding and sprouting. It's like watching grass grow, and then it sort of hits you and you're like, you have to start doing all this stuff. Like there's a huge harvest ahead of you, and the plants are growing and you have to like water them and weed them, and there's just like all this stuff that you need to do before harvest, which is even more doing. So you're kind of hoping to just sort of like get through and enjoy this period where things are boringly growing, the monotony of it, because it's going to get busy. Like you're waiting for that. You're just kind of waiting. It's kind of a hope and a fear at the same time, like, interestingly. So I feel like this hope and fear of things not growing or things growing too slow, it's kind of dampering your mood. You're kind of waiting to be ready for new life. And I don't mean new life in the sense of like children. I mean new life in a sense of just having some new ideas, having just having that joy. So, like, winter might be difficult for you. Maybe you're just wanting to feel that spring and summer energy again. It's a quiet time right now, but pay attention. Pay attention to the cycles of Venus when it switches to morning and evening star. Like 9 months from now may look like a completely different world for you. And also, maybe you need to like reflect on how things were for you 9 months ago and how far you've come up until this point. But let's clarify this reverse Empress. And maybe you just need to learn a little bit more about like connecting with the earth and doing that sort of that spiritual work that connects you to the ground that gives us life. It's very important. Yeah, there's just like somebody robbing you of this energy. That fucking sucks. Someone's just trying to take from you, whoever they are. I feel like it's this Knight of Cups, this relationship that you're in. It's just robbing you of like, and they can't even. It's the seven. Like someone is like, it's not. They're robbing you of your, not your dignity, but this is slander. Like somebody's trying to ruin your good name, or they're so jealous of you, and they can't even handle what it is that you are. It's just like they don't understand whatever it is that you are and what you do, and they don't see that level of fabulousness or individuality, or I don't know what it is. It's just like there's some kind of fucking thing that somebody resents about you, and they're just trying to like steal your, what is it, like clout, steal your, steal like not your fame and fortune, but just like just trying to rob you of your validity. They're just so jealous and envious. They're just trying to wreck it. And I mean, at the end of the day, like that shit's on them. So just get yourself in a spot where, you know, this a-hole is no longer trying to limit your progress, because that shit ain't cool. It's not cool for anybody to do it. And there's way too much of that shit going on in this world. So fuck them for subscribing to that way of life. And keep shining. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Take care and bye for now.